So this is my quick and easy summer makeup look. Really, this could be worn any time of year, but today is a really hot summery day, and so I've gone for a tinted moisturiser look. And also I'm not going to be getting out up to much. I'm just going shopping with my daughter a little bit, and this is the sort of makeup I would wear on days where I might not be leaving the house at all, or just having somebody pop round, or just popping out myself, and I don't really need any makeup, and it's sort of the next best thing to wearing no makeup at all. So I'm really busy a lot of days that I have off work, and so this is my go-to makeup look at the moment for really quick and simple and uncomplicated makeup. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, it's quite natural, there's nothing complicated about anything, then if you want to see the products I've used, I'll list them in the description bar, and if you'd like to see how I achieved this look, please keep watching. Okay, so first I'm just going to take my e.l.f. powder brush as usual, and I want almost like a tinted moisturiser look today, and so I'm going to use my Clarins Sun Wrinkle Control Care SPF 30 cream, and I put no moisturiser on either because I find this really moisturising. When I bought it, the lady at the counter said that you put a moisturiser on and then put that on, but I find that doesn't work for me. And then I'm going to shake, not forget to shake my Rimmel Match Perfection, because otherwise the colour isn't right. And I'm just putting a little dot of that on there as well. Now you'll probably noticed I've got a bright red nose going on, and that's only because I decided to do a bit of exfoliating before I filmed today, and as soon as I did it I thought, well, why have you just done that before you're about to film? What an idiot. But you know, that's life. And you can take this over the eyes, which I'm going to do just to save time. As I said in the intro and in the title, it will say that this is a really light, quick and easy summer makeup look for days where you basically want to wear next to no makeup, and you just want a little something on there. I actually did have a little bit more time for this. I could have done something heavier, but I've been wanting to film this makeup tutorial because there are a lot of days where I'm really busy and have no time, and I'm just doing stuff like popping to the shops, and in which case it seems silly to do a full face of makeup. And so I wanted to film this because this is a look I would wear quite often, quite a natural look. I'm just sort of half stippling and half sort of rubbing in really small in really small circular motions all over the skin. And now that's in there, what I'm going to use is my Healthy Mix Bourjois concealer, because this one is a corrector and a concealer in one. So I just put a little bit on my finger here. I do much prefer the packaging in this to the Pro Longwear concealer by MAC. I just dab it so I've got an equal amount on each finger. I really love that concealer by MAC, but it always dispenses too much product with one pump, and I don't know how to stop it doing that. I don't know how to make the pump a little bit more sensitive so that it doesn't do that. I try and touch it with the lightest hand and it still gives a really big amount of product, an excessive amount, and then I always have to waste them. I tried putting it on the eyelid as a primer as well as underneath, because that was recommended by Jacqueline Hill, and Kaylee Noel does that as well, I believe, because it's got that anti-crease technology in it. But I felt it. I actually felt the film on my lid, and it sort of felt weird all day, and I didn't like it at all. I'll just stick with my e.l.f. primer, I think, in future. Okay, so that's that. This concealer works really well for when you're wearing a tinted moisturiser as a type of look as well, because it blends in and it's quite thin. The Pro Longwear, you probably have to see that quite a bit more, so that's why I picked that. And next I'm going to go in with my bronzer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take because I've already used the foundation on my eyelids to save time, I'm not going to bother with putting a primer or anything on. It's not that type of look today. So I'm just going to take this white shade in my Cool Elf bronzer, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. And I'm just going to put that right up to the brow bone. And that's just to set. And then I'm going to take that same white shade on an e.l.f. angled blush brush, and I'm just going to set that concealer under my eyes, just the tiniest bit. And then I'm going to swirl all around all 4 colours and just gently bronze up my face very, very lightly and quickly and messily. I actually filmed a tutorial last week for you, a similar sort of look, and when I went back at the end of the day to edit it, I realised that the makeup looked awful, and so that was an epic fail and I didn't post it, and that's why I didn't have a tutorial up the last Tuesday, which I usually do. All I'm doing here is just putting it just under my cheekbones and buffing it onto my cheeks and temples. Now, I don't put it around my jawline, which I see a lot of people do, especially with contouring, because I just feel like it, you know, that situation where your foundation doesn't match the rest of you and it gives you like a line. That contour, I feel, will emphasize that situation or create the situation when it's not even there. And so I don't understand that. And I don't see, when I look at the people, how it really adds to it, to be honest. But I am just powdering my neck slightly because my neck is slightly paler for some reason than my face at the moment. Okay, my go-to blush when I'm really in a massive rush and I want something that gives me a nice lovely glow, but not too much colour and it's not a lot of hard work. A lot of my sleek blushes, I love the pigmentation, but that really hard work is I use my e.l.f. in Candid Coral. It just looks like that because it's a really light wash, and I use a really big brush, so the same brush I use my bronzer. And you can pile this, pack this on and pile this on, and it looks lovely and never looks sort of, oh my god, she's got loads of blusher on. Not that I think that about other people, but I've seen some of the comments here on YouTube. So that's just a light wash. And next we're going to go on to eyes. Now I'm just going to use the original bronzing palette, and I'm going to use this lightest of the two. These two are the lightest browns at the bottom. This one's more warm toned, so I'm going to go with this cooler toned one on the same e.l.f. crease brush, Real Techniques crease brush, and I'm just going to buff that into my crease. I'm going to use some of the white just above it, again just to buff it out so I've got no harsh lines. That's what went wrong last week. I was really stressed and busy, and I had to drive to Durham to the passport office, and so I filmed it really quickly and had really harsh lines that I hadn't blended properly. And then in the video I tried to blend that out, but then it made me look like my colour basically was coming straight up to my eyebrow, which looked really bad. And I'm just going to use the same colour underneath my eye. So this look is absolutely nothing special. I suppose it would be great for a back to school makeup, like an everyday makeup, but today's a really sunny day and I just want to get it done quickly so I can go out and enjoy it with my daughter. And in the outer corner here, I'm just connecting the two colours and buffing that in. Okay, now I am going to just use a little bit of my Maybelline colour tattoo in, we call it On and On Bronze in the UK. I know that you have this colour in the US and it's a slightly different name. And I'm just going to get a small amount on my ring finger and just put that on the eyelid. And just bring that up to meet the crease colour and blend it in with my finger. Now this is the same one as I used in the video last week, but I brought the colour too high. So I do have a partially hooded eye, so I tend to have to bring my colour up higher for it to be seen. But when you're using a cream eyeshadow on your eyelid, then it doesn't really work to do that, but I learned. So yeah, that's that. And now on to mascara. So for mascara, I'm going to use my Scandal Eyes Rimmel Retro Glam, which I love, and I've never used any other mascara in my videos because I haven't used another one in so long. This one's coming to the end of its life, and so I'm going to just sweep it around the middle of the barrel and try and get as much wear out of it as I possibly can before I throw it away or put it in my empties video. And I'm just sweeping that really close to the lash line by, I don't know if you could see, but I'm rotating the brush gently to get right in at the roots. I don't wiggle because I find no matter how watery and wet the mascara is, it does tend to make my eyelashes clump, and I don't really feel like it adds anything positive to the situation. So I don't wiggle, I just gently rotate, and then I also just pull it up, and then for the ends I just flick down, because if I carried on going up and up like I've said in my other videos, my eyelashes are so curly that I'd just end up going round and hitting my eyelid. So this helps me to just to almost place them where I want them to be as I'm putting on my mascara. Now because it's coming to the end of its life, it'll do, but I won't be able to put another coat on of that, I think. It's gone a bit thick. So I'll go on to eyebrows. Now I usually use my Sleek eyebrow kit, and I'm going to use something different today. It's an MUA eyebrow pencil in blonde, and I also really like this, but I thought it'd be good today to use because I just barely want anything on them. And this is definitely warmer toned than the MAC Omega or the MUA in light that I would usually use. And I'm just going to brush it through with this little spoolie. I actually quite like the overall look of this. I might start using it for work. I do think the eyeshadow palette in light, or Omega, even though it's recommended for people with light blonde hair, is a bit too harsh for me. So that's the eyebrows done, and I'm going to put some white soft kohl in a Pure White by Rimmel in my waterline. I just really like the way that white eyeliner looks in the summer in a waterline. I know that it's now a lot more modern and popular to use nude, and I do have a nude one that I like to use, but I just think when you're going for a really natural look, why not have a pop of white in there. Ooh. I have to put a second coat on of that, but whilst the first one is drying, I'm going to put on my lipstick, which is 910 Shocking Coral, and that's the Maybelline colour Sensational. They smell like vanilla, they're just so nice, and I'm just going to dab that on like a stain. And I'm rubbing it in with my finger. I don't really wear lip liner. Even when I'm doing a bold lip and I'm not rubbing it in, I don't really wear a lip liner. Okay, so that looks a lot brighter in person than it's coming up on camera, but I'm just going to put a little bit more on so it shows up nicely on the camera. And then while that's setting in, I'm just going to do my second layer of white eyeliner. I've recently seen on YouTube somebody say how you could use a Q-tip or cotton bud on your inner rim in order to dry it off a bit before you put your eyeliner on to make it go better, and I haven't tried that yet, but it sounds like a fabulous tip. And then what I'm going to do is go in with any type of gloss. Now I will show you the gloss I'm using, but literally any clear gloss at all. This is a Volume Booster Lip Colour by Rimmel, and I don't know if they sell this anymore because I literally found it unopened, sealed in its packaging, and I've had it for a long time. Okay, note to self, exfoliate lips. Okay. Okay, now I know it's coloured my clear gloss, but I don't care about that sort of thing. So that's that on. And last thing I like to do is just give myself a little spritz of my e.l.f. Mist and Set Spray. Woo! And that's done. So this is my quick and easy makeup look, probably one of many in the future because I do have a 2-year-old, as I often say, and I don't have a huge amount of time. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.